All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and great glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to the elect pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in truth and in sincerity. All right, in this particular video, I want to touch on this video that you see on your screen right here. And it's touching on the 18-month blackout as it reads. Americans warned U.S. could be without power for 18 months. Now, he's talking about some places in America will be out of power for 18 months. The other articles and things that I have read were talking about all of the United States having no power for about 18 months. Now, they're saying it can last up to 18 months, but it can be like 6 months or whatever too. All right. And they're saying Iran is the one who's giving these threats. Iran already, right now, currently has 12 states already hacked. Their water treatment facilities hacked already. One city in Tucson, California is hacked by, well, they're saying it might be Iran, but it's them most likely. If I was a betting man, they're hacked and they've been without, city services for more than a week, just like going on 3 weeks now. And they said they're not even paying bills. And 911 has been cut off over there. Now you have in Indiana? They've been out of power for 1 whole week. Now it's going on 2 weeks. Now it's being said that they don't know when the power is going to come back on. You see? Man, hey, and this right here is nothing but a foreshadowing of what's about to happen, man. How it's about to happen here in the United States, man. What's about to really go down. Don't forget Klaus Schwab. He said there was something that was going to be way worse than Crown Vic CV Axle 19, if you get what I'm saying. He said something was going to be way worse than that. And he said it was a cyber attack. It's going to make that shit like a walk in the park. All right? Now, you remember when we was going through them times in 2019, 2020, 2021, right? You was going to work. It was barely nobody outside, barely no cars. Your job was laying off people. Some brothers probably got laid off. My job was giving us a certain date, like, hey, around this date, February 14th, we clipping y'all. If y'all don't take that, goddamn it. You see how it was out there, man. Your job was a skeleton crew. You saw how it was, man. And Klaus Schwab said it's going to be worse than that. It's going to make that like a walk in the park. You're talking about total economic collapse here, man. We're talking about the ushering in of the New World Order. This is why Trump had on Twitter what? The earth and a big red button, and him pressing that red button. And it said in captions, the world's greatest reset. He know what he's doing, man. This whole thing really, it's like a plan, man. Controlled demolition. All right? But it's going to spiral out of control in the midst of World War III. And the Lord's going to let them nukes fly. But I want to grab this real quick. It's a Second Ezra's. No, Salakia. Second Ezra's 15 and start at 11 and we read. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Right? That's how you know this isn't talking about ancient Egypt, is because Ezra been out of Egypt. We've been out of Egypt already, man. All right? It says he's going to smite Egypt with the plagues of before. It's talking about spiritual Sodom and Egypt, which is America. All right? Pursuing the Revelations 11 and 4 and 8, Salakia, where it says this place is spiritual Sodom and Egypt. And we can get into also further how this place is Egypt as well, but just another lesson. But anyway, what was one of the plagues that he smote Egypt with? It was darkness, man. All right, last camp, brother Shayar got that, man. How Moses, he commanded Moses to, I believe, grab some soot, throw it in the air, and it became dark, a darkness that can be felt. But in the land of Goshen, where the Israelites dwelt, there was light. You see? The Lord got you in the midst of these plagues, man. Psalms 91, 9 and 10. No plague shall come nigh thy dwelling. Right? Salaki. I'm at the plantation, about to hop on the road right there. Mugs is coming out. I don't want to be still in the parking lot. But yeah, we're going to play this video. And get into it, man. You know? But one of the plagues was darkness. And if that happens here, the electrical grid just goes, well, shit, that's Jacob's trouble. They said in a matter of 3 weeks, people will turn cannibal with no food. You see? They've been out there in Gary, Indiana. They've been out there for what? 1 week, some change without power? And they saying the looting and shit has begun already. The robbing and the stealing and breaking in people's houses and things like that. Hey, man. It'll get... Wait till about 3 weeks if the power stays out for like 3 weeks. They said half the population will turn cannibal, man. You know? It's a lot if I seem a little distracted. I'm trying to get out this driveway. But anyway, let's play this.
Much of the United States is at risk of having a blackout for 18 months. That means there would be a year and a half where certain parts of the United States would have no electricity. That right there would be devastating. Look at this. It says U.S. power grid at risk of 18-month blackout. One city as of right now is currently in the dark and has been for more than 1 week. This is as of today. They've been in the dark for more than a week, and it is expected to last for several more days. I will explain why in a moment. But look at this, okay? Iranian hackers are targeting U.S. energy and water sectors. This is according to federal officials. They have been warning us of this for several months. We learned that there were hackers trying to embed themselves into our infrastructure, which could shut down our water supply, could impact our energy. Everything would be disrupted. Now, why should we be concerned with that? Well, for the number one reason is because we need electricity, we need water, we need these things to survive.
Well, yeah, of course. Well, electricity is how the water treatment facilities, how them plants, the water plants and shit like that, that's how they treat the water through electricity. All right? All of that. All right? Don't forget, a city is, they get the word citizen from city as well, too. Because America's one big city. That's why you're a citizen of America. All right? But also, city is in electricity, too. Why? Because if you take the electricity out of the city, it's done. You don't have a city. A city is nothing without electricity. That's a key. That's a car without a key at that point. So, yeah, bro. It'll be all out like chaos if that's a blackout, 18-month blackout. And like I said, some of the information that I've seen, it said not just some parts. It said all of United States hit with a blackout. All right? Man, that'd be, devastating, wouldn't it? That's JT.
We don't have electricity, especially leading into the winter, and we have a very cold winter. People will freeze to death in their homes. That's why.
That's right. And not just that, these hospitals.
We need to figure this out and ensure that we are not going to be hacked, or we will not see some type of an attack. I'll explain why in a moment, but look at this.
Concerns are heightened as one U.S. city has been without power for more than a week. John Wellinghoff said the grid could be seriously disrupted if similar incidents targeted the 10 most important substations in the country's 3 sections. In northwest Indiana, more than 75,000 customers were still in the dark Wednesday, and full restoration is not expected until August 25th.
What if Clash Royale and Naruto had a baby? 3 lanes, real time, 3 minutes.
And full restoration is not expected until August 25th.
Okay, so you see what could happen. Okay, I want to read this article to you though. Okay, look at this right here. It says right here, John Wellinghoff, he's a former chair of the Federal Energy Regulation Committee, or FERC. Okay, He told the New York Times that America's aging infrastructure is badly outdated and potentially vulnerable to a coordinated attack. He first raised this alarm back in 2013 after a gunman shot 17 transformers at an electrical substation near San Jose, California. Okay. Now, obviously, if there's a coordinated attack and people go and attack these substations, obviously it's going to take some time to fix it. But why he says it's going to take some time is exactly what's happening in Indiana. Okay? Look at this right here. It says right here, Wellinghoff said that the FERC did an analysis that determined the U.S. power grid could be seriously disrupted if similar incidents targeted the 10 most important substations in the country's 3 sections, the Western, Eastern, and Texas interconnections. Substations are where multiple high voltage lines meet, routing electricity between power plants, transmission lines, and local neighborhoods. Says, we came up with some very outstanding numbers. If you knock out 9 total substations along those 3 grids, you can black out the entire United States.
Now, why the fuck would they say that shit? Why would they put that out, that information out? If your enemies got that type of information, then cool. Why are you gonna say that? You know? It's really just, revealing their hand. You want it to happen, to push forth the New World Order, man. All right? And Iran already said that a 12-year-old with internet access can hack America, man. Can hack the electrical grid. So you see, hey, I think this is the next thing, man. This might be the next thing.
That's risky. Now, I have received multiple comments and emails from people that said that the threats at these substations are real and that they're actually increasing the security at the substations. I actually got a comment from somebody that was doing security, had no clue why they were doing security at a random substation. Okay? Random substation, but they increased security. His security company was called out, and they had 24/7 security at this substation. Every night, every day, they had somebody there, okay, armed just to protect it. That happened after we kind of had a hack or a hack attempt on the U.S. power grid. Okay, that was many months ago. It says right here, Wellinghoff added that it didn't matter which 9 substations were hit, as long as they were among the 10 most important in its respective region. So the problem is, if it's just one substation that would get hit and that would black out the entire United States, we could really protect that. We would make sure that is, again, place of high security. But when it's every single substation or the 10 most important in those regions, it makes it a little more difficult. I want to show you something. This is the reason why. It says one of the reasons why the grid is especially vulnerable is its age. According to the New York Times, more than 75% of the distribution transformers, like on street corners and telephone poles.
See, man, meanwhile, you got Iran saying that they got sleeper cells here in the United States and they're activated. And then you got here Congress and all these other people blowing the whistle, giving a warning to FBI, saying that these sleeper cells is activated. But then, in the same breath, you telling them how to fuck the electrical grid up. Come on now, you can't make that up. They want that to happen. Hey, man. WEF, World Economic Forum, founder of it, Klaus Schwab. They talked about Crown Vic 19, and that happened. And they also spoke about a cyber attack that's going to make Crown Vic 19 look like nothing. Look like child's play. So, hey, just keep your eye on this, man. But I have reached my destination. Hope you could take something from this. Hope it was edifying. And Lord willing, I'll make a part 2, showing clips, like a compilation video of just like clips all put together of, people out there in the dark in Gary, Indiana, because hey, they already in the dark, and they're saying that it's because of the weak electrical grid and things of this nature. First it was because of the flood, but now they're like, well, they don't know when they're gonna get it, and now they're blaming it on something else almost, man. But anyway, this is something you should keep your eye on. They're talking about an 18-month blackout. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.